Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm at this undisclosed location because guess what? One of our very own Rady's Rides family members, a subscriber by the name of Tom, reached out to me and he said, listen, I have a truck that I have not seen anywhere else. I want it featured on Rady's Rides, and thanks to Tom, here we are. This is his brand new Tuscany built Badlander. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on with this truck. Chevy obviously came out with a redesigned Silverado. There's companies like Tuscany that take the Silverado and bring it to the next level. Now, if you've ever seen my other reviews involving an F-150 Shelby pickup truck, whether it was the street one or the raised one, those were both built by Tuscany, not by Shelby. Same thing with this. This is a truck that starts off life as a Silverado, goes over to the Tuscany shops, and comes back as the Badlander. The great thing about this is that the truck is gonna not only stand out from the crowd, but it also has some great additions that they add that are not only usable, but also are gonna allow that truck to be super special just to you. So let's go ahead, dive into this brand new Badlander. Right off the bat, the first thing that catches my eye is the two-piece mesh grille. This is real aluminum, love the look, flat black. I also like the way they color match the Chevy bow tie to fit the rest of this amazing truck. As we drop down, you have custom front bumpers. I love the bright red. I think it's so cool to see these bright red tow hooks. 20-inch LED lighting, Vision X lighting, and I also think it was super smart. Instead of putting it up on the hood, the Badlander logo nicely placed down here. All the ground clearance. Remember, you got a nice BDS lift on this thing, tons of ground clearance, all the extra lighting, and just very menacing and aggressive. Just when you thought a truck couldn't be more aggressive, this thing's taken to a next level. When we get up onto the hood, this is a custom hood from Tuscany, Cal induction. I love the flat black. I love the aluminum mesh on the sides. Really just ties everything in perfectly. Now you are gonna get actual side air curtains that are functional just like on the Silverado, but these fender flares actually take that air and channel it through the flare to come out on the back side, which I'll have Tom show you in a second. For now, what we need to focus is on these Badlander wheels. That's a 20-inch wheel. Love the style, gloss black with the machined finish edges to it. If you're wondering, well, what kind of tire setup are we looking at? This, if you're gonna go off-road, of course, if you're gonna go lifted truck, you gotta go with the BF Goodrich tires. These are those KO2 mud terrain setup. Love just how they fit perfectly with the overall of this truck just sitting here. It's a 325 60 series 20-inch setup, nicely done. My one zonk is they do add these caliper covers. I don't like them. I wish they would have went with Wilwood calipers, actual real calipers, Brembos, or any of the other brands that would give better braking performance than the stock brakes. So those have got to go. But other than that, love the color with the black. Now you can see all the suspension bits. I'm going to have Tom kind of swing around and show you the BDS lift, everything that's going on with the lower control arms. And then as you can see with the fender flare, there's that functional aluminum venting. So it's going to channel the air right through the fender flare. I've never seen a truck like that before. So I definitely have to congratulate Tuscany for figuring that out, to take that air and channel it through. You're going to get custom rock sliders to keep that frame from getting beat up by rocks as you're going off-road. And then of course you open up the door and we have those automatic dropping running boards. You close the door in a few seconds, they're gonna go right back. You don't even know they're there. As we continue towards the rear, love the fender flare. This has a Fox 2.0 suspension setup. You can see all the inner workings. Another thing is you're gonna get a custom stainless steel exhaust all the way back from Tuscany on this Badlander. Now Tom did add something after the purchase. He went with a nice tonneau cover made by Lear. It's a great system because it slides perfectly, just like a sliding door. But as we come to the back, you can see the larger rear bumper area to put your work boots or whatever you're wearing to get your foot secured in there. We come around and like I said, that stainless steel custom exhaust, wait until you hear the rumble of the V8. It's gonna be just the right tone. I love the design to it. You got your Badlander logo, so this is a custom rear bumper as well. Badlander logo, of course you got all your tow hookup, and I think it's so great that everything is up out of the mud. Standard Chevrolet tailgate, we push the button, and then of course it's gonna drop down, and you can see the amount of room that you have new for 2020, or I should say 2019, remember, is where they actually have 3 pieces of aluminum that are put together. That's going to give you a wider opening to the back of the truck. Also, anything swinging, this tailgate, the doors is all aluminum to try to cut weight as well. But why don't we go ahead, pop the hood, and see what is powering this Badlander. All right, guys, we got the custom hood open on Tom's Badlander. You can see that aluminum mesh venting. What is underneath the hood? This one has that 5.3 liter V8. So at the end of the day, that Vortec V8, 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque, just enough. Can you go 6.2? Of course, but you know what? This truck has a great balance to not only the style, not only the suspension settings and everything else, but also that engine underneath that massive custom hood. But why don't we go ahead, fire it up, and see what this Badlander sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside Tom's Badlander. Right off the bat, you're probably wondering, well, what is the price of something like this? MSRP is around $75,000, depending on how you have it exactly optioned. There's lots of different choices, but let's see what you get to the door panels. Now, the door panels are going to be the standard affair Chevy Silverado, very dark material. They do add some faux carbon fiber, which I can understand what they're trying to accomplish. I wish they would have went with a different material. I'm going to zonk the faux carbon fiber. I would like to see like a brushed aluminum or something like that. Something to just brighten up the door, but also show the intentions and purpose of this Badlander. You do get the Bose sound system, which is a nice touch. I also like the way the dash, when you get to the dash, it's very far forward. Material's harder, a little softer in this area. You got your 2 glove box setup like we showed you on other Silverados. More of that faux carbon fiber trim, which I'm gonna zonk. If it was brushed aluminum, it would really brighten up this interior. Everything else though is exactly the way you would see it from Chevrolet. Heated seats. I want ventilated seats. They're not ventilated, they're just heated, which that to me is a zonk at this price point. So I would like to see ventilated seats. You have all your connectivity, USB-Cs, USB, obviously you can see the 12 volt. We got a home power source, nice large cubby for all sorts of snacks. You could actually do like a split level. In the front, have your Hostess cupcakes, and in the back, have a nice bag of chips or some Lay's. 2 cup holders and a place for your phone, nicely padded armrest. Sitting in here, even with the sunroof, I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of space. I like the seats. The Badlander logo, you have some Alcantara on the edges with the leather interior. Even Alcantara kind of spilled in the center here as well. So I applaud them for actually doing something to the interior other than just putting some faux carbon fiber and whatnot. But why don't you come on over to the business end? I'll show you behind the wheel of this Badlander. All right, guys, business time. Behind the wheel, you can see those running boards down. I would have liked to have seen the Badlander logo on the aluminum sill down here, so I think that's a missed opportunity. Steering wheel, same basic steering wheel. They put the faux carbon fiber around it, and I like the steering wheel from the standpoint of the thumb drive controls. Dash, though, is a thing of beauty. I love all of that beautiful aluminum finish, the colors, the fonts, the Badlander logo, all the way across. Easy to read, easy to understand. I'm really digging that. Seating position from this height, this truck has one heck of a lift. You're really looking out over that cowl-inducted hood and feeling in command. But if you're ready, we've already done back seats in other Chevrolet videos, so I will leave a Chevrolet Silverado review at the end of this one. So if you want to see what's back there, you can click on it, but we're ready. I'm ready. Let's go ahead, take this one for a spin. All right, guys, we're in Tom's brand new Badlander. Sitting behind the wheel, you are definitely in control of this road. There has not been many trucks on Rady's Rise where I am sitting up this high with this kind of lift and the cowl-inducted hood on top of it. I mean, it's just crazy that this truck is suitable for regular roads. That's how aggressive and muscular it is. Now, one thing that I really love about Chevy's pickups is I like how left of the steering wheel, you have all the controls for the 4-wheel drive system. I think that is very smart. And I think that it's smart for Badlander to have updated the gauges. It allows me each and every time I'm behind the wheel of this truck to know that I'm in something different. If you didn't know you were in something different from the cowl induction hood, you definitely know from those beautiful gauges, the way that they're all set up. I really like the look and the finish on them. Driving this thing is a piece of cake though. I mean, the way that the truck is laid out, you're able to know where you are in the lane, on throttle, drops down. Of course, you're not gonna break any land speed records, but you get that wonderful rumble from that stainless steel exhaust. And like I said, you're rolling down the road, you have a real presence as you are heading down the road. When it comes to comfort, I do like overall the height of the armrest, the height of the door panel. I think for somebody like myself who likes to take their elbows and put them on those things as you're driving down the road, it is very comfortable. I do like the leather on the steering wheel. I just, like I said, I'm gonna go back and say that they should have updated and put some stainless steel or some brushed aluminum or machined aluminum or something metal on the steering wheel surround, where they use the faux carbon fiber around the infotainment system and on the door panels. I think that would just be a little bit more suitable for this truck than the faux carbon fiber. But definitely, we're sitting here and you are gonna get attention in this truck, not only for how it is designed, but also just the way it looks as it's rolling down the road. Just driving, it's very, very smooth, that is for sure. You're not bouncing all over the place. The truck doesn't have a huge amount of sway to it. So you know that Fox suspension, and you know how everything else has been laid out by Tuscany. It really gives you a secure ride as you're going down the road. And I love the sound of that V8. It really is just perfect, the tone, to where it's not going to be obnoxious or too booming inside the cabin of this truck. But pulling away from this light, very, very good throttle response. You know, they obviously recalibrate the speedometer and everything to make sure that that is all accurate after changing out the wheels and the tires and whatnot. But the power delivery is very linear. And when you get on throttle, like I said, it drops down and then you're off. So it's one of those things where having a naturally aspirated engine, there's certain benefits to that. All right, guys, let's do a little acceleration test on throttle. So of course, with those BF Goodrich KO2 tires, you are gonna get a little bit of road noise. They're not really meant for being silent, but that's just something that you get, that you know going into this truck is gonna happen. So you are gonna have a noisier ride, but definitely for when the terrain gets all torn up, those are the types of tires that you're gonna want, especially with this truck being four-wheel drive. But we're gonna get back to our undisclosed location. I know that Tom is wanting his Badlander back, so I will see Tom in a split second, and I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been one heck of a time with this Badlander. I definitely got to thank Tom for bringing out his baby. He had it so sparkling clean, and then the skies open up, typical Florida rain. She still looks good though, even with a little bit of dirt on her. But this Badlander shows that there's companies like Tuscany out there taking the regular mundane Silverado and turning it into a street beast, and definitely off-road beast. Thank you, Tom, once again for bringing her out. I know everybody enjoyed seeing this truck, but if it's things like this you want to keep seeing on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee, getting this big truck on camera. Thank you for your hard work, Tom, and just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.